How many times have you felt motivated to start something new, maybe a diet, a workout, a personal project? In the first days, the energy was intense, but shortly after, the flame burned out. That's exactly where the difference between motivation and discipline comes in. Motivation is unstable, like the wind. Sometimes it blows strong, sometimes it disappears. Discipline, on the other hand, is like the rock, firm, constant, immune to mood swings. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "Do not expect life to be easy. Strengthen your mind to endure whatever comes." And that's what we're going to talk about today. How discipline, not motivation, is the key to self-mastery and to a virtuous life. We live in a culture obsessed with motivation. Inspiring quotes circulate on social media as if they were enough fuel to change lives. But the truth is that motivation is fleeting. Motivation depends on emotions, and emotions, as the Stoics themselves taught us, are outside of our control. Just as we cannot control the direction of the wind, we cannot control when motivation appears or disappears. Seneca said, "He who is a slave to his feelings is not master of himself." If you depend on being excited to act, then you are not free. You are a hostage of your own mood. And this is the central problem with chasing motivation. It creates the illusion that we can only act when we feel ready, when emotional conditions are favorable. But life doesn't work like that. For the Stoics, the highest good was virtue, and virtue requires constancy. Discipline is what sustains character, because it does not depend on feelings but on conscious choices. Epictetus taught, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Being master of yourself means acting according to reason, not according to momentary impulses. Discipline is the bridge between what you know you should do and what you actually do. Imagine a Roman soldier on campaign. He could not rely on motivation to get out of bed and march for miles. His life and the lives of his companions depended on discipline. It is the same with us. Daily life demands constancy, not occasional bursts of energy. How many times have you thought, "I'll start when I feel ready"? That's a trap. The perfect moment never comes, because motivation never stays. The Stoics remind us that the only time we truly have is the present. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Do not waste time thinking about what should be. Use what you have, here and now." Waiting for motivation is wasting the present. Discipline, on the other hand, transforms the present into concrete action. And this applies to every area of life. Studies, work, health, relationships. If you wait for the right mood, you will probably never take the first step. Discipline does not arise by itself. It is trained, forged in the fire of habit. The Stoics practiced daily exercises to strengthen their minds. Some examples. Morning reflection. Upon waking, Marcus Aurelius would write, reminding himself of the difficulties he would face during the day, preparing his mind to endure them. Examination of conscience. At night, Seneca reviewed his actions and sought to correct his faults. Voluntary hardship. Epictetus suggested giving up luxuries and comforts to strengthen inner resilience. These practices were exercises in discipline. They didn't wait to feel like doing them, they simply did them. If you want to start applying this today, choose something simple. Wake up at the same time every day. Walk 15 minutes without fail. Write down 3 reflections before bed. Small acts of discipline train your mind to endure great challenges. We all face inner resistance. That voice that says, "Not today, I'm tired, I'll do it tomorrow." Motivation tries to negotiate with that voice, but fails. Discipline doesn't argue, it executes. Discipline is waking up and acting even without desire. It's training when the body begs for rest. It's working when the mind invents excuses. The Stoics understood this. Life is not about immediate pleasure, but about living according to principles. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself in his meditations, "In the morning, when you wake up, remind yourself, today I will encounter interfering, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest people. But none of this can harm me, because I do not choose to live according to the mistakes of others, but according to reason." This passage shows that discipline is not only physical, but also mental and emotional. It prepares us to deal with external obstacles without straying from our purpose. It may sound contradictory, but discipline is freedom. Those who live only by motivation are slaves to emotions. Those who live by discipline are free, because they act according to choice, not according to feelings. Marcus Aurelius said, "True freedom is living according to reason," and reason shows us that discipline is a safer path than the instability of motivation. Think of a musician who practices every day. His discipline sets him free on stage, because he does not depend on improvisation, he is already prepared. So it is with life. Discipline gives us the freedom to act with confidence in any situation. How can you apply this today, in a world full of distractions? Establish clear routines. Set goals that depend only on you, not on external outcomes. Use the Stoic principle of the dichotomy of control. Focus on what is in your hands, ignore what is not. Build small, consistent habits, instead of waiting for big waves of energy. A 10-minute workout every day is worth more than 2 hours once a month. Reading 1 page every day builds more wisdom than buying 10 books on impulse. And above all, do not negotiate with your discipline. When the time comes to act, simply act. Discipline is what separates dreamers from achievers. It transforms ordinary men into sages, warriors, leaders. It is not the unstable flame of motivation that guides destiny, but the steady fire of discipline. Seneca summed it up. Life, if well used, is long enough. Well used means lived with discipline, not wasted in waiting. Stoicism reminds us that we don't need grand gestures to build greatness. We only need to act consistently, day after day, until discipline becomes part of our character. Motivation may start the movement, but it is discipline that sustains the journey. And as the Stoics taught us, to live in a disciplined way is to live according to reason, virtue, and true freedom. If this video made sense to you, subscribe to the channel Sentinel of the Soul. Here, we seek together the practical wisdom of the Stoics to transform everyday life. Leave your comment on how you are training your discipline today. Your experience may inspire others.